Hey everybody, what's up? Bradley Overrated here, and today I am finally reviewing not one, but two controllers by IINE. I don't know exactly what that company is, but they're on Amazon, and I'm very interested to talk about these controllers now, especially this little cute guy that's a controller that is designed for children, and I'm here to talk about whether or not these are worth your buck, because they both run at about $30. So let's discuss this now. Oh, and in case you're wondering why it's... because I did the video on these guys back at the end of September, if you're wondering why it's taken me so long, I've discovered that third-party controllers typically after a month or so break. And after trying about 10 different third-party controllers for my Nintendo Switch, I wanted to make sure that these lasted. And I am pleased to report that, technically speaking, both of these work. And I'm going to now talk about the big guy. So when it comes to the big guy controller, it feels really comfortable to hold in your hands. I do like the controls. I do like the triggers. The buttons are a little strange. They're not bad by any means, but they are a little bit, if you look very closely here, they are a little bit flat, whereas most of the buttons when you use the controller are rounded. These don't feel that uncomfortable though. It's easy enough to set this up, to hook it and connect it to your Nintendo Switch. It does in fact have an NFC reader, a turbo, all that good stuff. And the gyro controls even work in this rather well. Here is the thing though about this controller, is I noticed on certain games when I played it on TV, games like Fairy Tale or Super Mario 64, that there's a little bit of latency issues or lag input when I would push a button or move the left control stick. And it was really strange because Fairy Tale isn't an online game, not by any means, neither is Super Mario 64. And yet, when I played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, online, nothing, no lag input, no nothing, but yet, single-player games, I was getting it. And it wasn't just me. I looked online, and while most people are very satisfied, by the way, with this controller, there were one or two reports that the left control stick, for example, did in fact have that latency issue. So it wasn't just me. But here's where it gets interesting. Plug this guy into my monitor right here. I have a Nintendo Switch dock here, and I have one on another TV over here. And yes, there is a third TV or screen right here, but that's just because of Christmas and I don't have a lot of space right now. But I plugged this guy into my monitor, and I no longer got that latency issue. So it could be just the TV that was causing it, or maybe it was the controller causing it. I don't know, but any game on a monitor, this nice computer monitor that I have here, no input problems. None. And I could definitely tell you that is a big deal because when you're playing a game like Super Mario 64 and you're jumping around, you kind of need to be able to time your jumps correctly. So it's interesting though. I don't know why that is, so you may or may not experience those issues, but it's interesting though that you can possibly experience those issues based on the TV you have. You know what I'm saying? So I can't 100% confirm to you whether or not you should get this controller, because if you don't experience any lag input or latency issues, this controller is actually rather good. It's a very nice controller. I like its design. Pink's awesome, man. I don't know what people are saying. Pink's a great color. It feels comfortable. All of, like I said, the NFC reader and all that stuff works. I enjoy using this controller. So as far as recommending this one, I can't necessarily say I will recommend it just because there were those lag input issues. But you might not experience those, and if you don't, I think for $30 this is a good deal. But that's not the controller I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about IINE's other controller, the one that has these little cat ears, and it's super, super cute, right? This thing is actually pretty good. This thing's awesome, actually. Still, after several months of playing it, it still works. And, you know what? It is a little bit small for an adult, but it's pretty comfortable. It's definitely more comfortable than Joycons. These little cat ear things obviously can get in the way for being just strictly meant for designer reasons and not for any practicality whatsoever. These will get in the way when you hold it. Here you're trying to move. You can kind of feel the roughness of it when you touch it. But that's not a big deal for me. The buttons are just as comfortable as the big guy. Since it's curved, it is very comfortable to hold despite how much smaller it is. I mean, look at this. For example, it's a lot smaller. It really is. It's almost half the size of this guy. But like I said, it is still more comfortable than the Joycons. It does everything that the big guy works, but it didn't matter whether I plugged it on this TV, the TV downstairs, this TV, this monitor. All of this had no input issues whatsoever. Mario jumped when Mario was supposed to jump, and he ran when he was supposed to run. So that is a huge plus. So do I recommend, if you have a child and you want to get this controller for roughly around $30 for your Nintendo Switch? Yes, I do. I think this controller worked really well. It still is holding up really well for me after all these months. I'm very pleased with it. It's not the best thing ever. It's not going to break the internet or anything like that. It won't blow you away, but it will definitely get the job done, and I have enjoyed my time using it. So there you have it, guys. Sorry this took so long. I did want to get this review out, though, and I just wanted to let you know that these are not bad options. I can't necessarily recommend this guy, but I will definitely recommend the small, cute little cat one. Oh, and I discovered that these controllers, specifically with the cat ears, they come in multiple colors. So if you don't like pink, or you like blue, green, black, whatever, they have you covered. Alright guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, and I'll see you next time. Cat controller! I don't know what I'm doing. It's 3 a.m. in the morning.